Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. I got a ton to cover today and a ton more about XRP Las Vegas and everything, wrap up type stuff. I was told there'll be a lot more video that comes out in the next couple of weeks, but a lot of people are just kind of filtering it out. So there'll be a lot in the group today. Go to daixrp.com to join through the Patreon, or you can click the join button right down here if you'd like to join through YouTube. There's a lot of scary stuff going on here. It says insurance companies looking to capitalize on crypto investors who fear kidnapping. Then we've got BitNEX blocks cyber attack from North Korea's Lazarus Group. And then you got this. French authorities formally charged 25 individuals between 16 and 23 in connection with a series of attempted violent robberies targeting cryptocurrency affluent individuals. I mean, it's scary out there. This is a big part of the reason that I don't do self-custody anymore. I use Caleb and Brown. I use iTrustCapital and one or two others and I do that to have institutional custody. But you don't have to. You can have a Caleb and Brown account and still use your self-custody and just use it for, if you want to use it for your exit, and then go, if you still have crypto, you can put it right back on your hard wallet, or what, if that's your thing. It's just not my thing. But if you want to open a Caleb and Brown account, one of my affiliate partners had dinner with them at XRP Las Vegas, go to xrpwealth589.com and it'll forward you straight to my page here on Caleb and Brown. You can click sign up today. The market is kind of flat right now. XRP is up maybe a penny or so today. Nothing crazy. Wanted to give a shout out to Phil Spanuza. This is the guy that did he was like the MC at XRP Las Vegas. My wife and I had a chance to talk to him a lot backstage. Really great guy. Did a really good job. And I asked him at the end, I said, you think you did it good enough for Brad not to fire you? And I think he did, as you can see here. Brad Combs giving him a shout out. This was one of, at these things, I meet a lot of people, and every once in a while I'll meet somebody who's an OG who I haven't gotten to meet in all these years. I've been doing this over 7 years. And James Rule is one of them. I had a great time meeting him and cutting up with him. Real good guy. He's a character like myself. And so this was at the after party, a picture I took with him. And then we even had NBA legends in the house, which when people like this approach me and they want to take a picture, I'm like, are you kidding? I'm supposed to be taking a picture with you. What? And then, of course, this is one of my favorite people in all of XRP. He is the official legend of the Digital Asset Investor channel. If you might remember him from last year's after party, he was on a float in the pool with a beer. This guy's a trip. He is also a Kenny Powers fan like myself. If you haven't seen Eastbound and Down, it's one of the funniest shows ever. Eastbound and Down is that they took the John Rocker character from the Major League Baseball and they multiplied him times 100, and that's Kenny Powers, offensive and all that stuff. I've gotten some great laughs from it. But we did a Kenny Powers pose, "You're effing out," is one of his phrases. And I said, maybe Danny McBride, who played Kenny Powers, is an XRP holder. 2026 maybe. And then this is Cody Carbone on stage. I tried to find more clips that we haven't seen yet.
That has either fixed income or equities that have a dividend. It's just a great enhancement to a vehicle like that. So if you're able to deliver a yield on top of the actual token, I think it's going to bring a lot more people to the market. So that's probably number one, and number two, I'm really excited that we've moved beyond just Bitcoin and ETH.
I'm sorry, I got that
which
wrong.
we got last.
That's not Cody Carbone. That is Steve McCurry from Canary Funds. He's the one that filed for a Canary XRP ETF, and he's sitting beside Matt Hogan from Bitwise.
Last year, and getting more choices for people. I'm a libertarian. I want you to have choices. There might be some things out there that I don't agree with, but it's not my right to tell you that you can't do it. So and that's how you invest as well. It's like you should be able to invest in the things that you want to invest in a safe vehicle, and I'm glad that we're getting to that point.
Yeah. Look, I think we're in the golden age of real world crypto. I actually don't think the 4-year cycle is relevant anymore, so I'm against. And I look at crypto and I look at an industry where people have been asking where the real world impact is, and you look over the last 4 years and regulation just made that impossible. It scared entrepreneurs out of the space and it suppressed product development. But the thing people don't realize is during those 4 years, the infrastructure continued to build, and it built at an exponential scale. And so now you have infrastructure that can really support worldwide financial activity. And all of a sudden, the dam has been unleashed. I think we're going to see real world impacts at a much faster rate than anyone in the broad-based media expects, because it's been suppressed so long. It's a coiled spring. And so I'm really excited to see that come into the world and make the world a better place.
Okay, moving along. Now this was Cody Carbone. Well, actually, I'm going to move some things around here. I want to move this one down the way just a little bit. I wanted to get some of the core things out of the way. I wanted to give Ray Fuentes and Snaky, XRP Snaky, a shout out. This is a Snaky right here. These are the two of the hardest working men in XRP. At every one of these conferences, these guys are working their butts off around the clock. This is Snaky walking the line with his special camera. These guys come equipped with all kinds of cameras and equipment to help show everybody what's going on at XRP Las Vegas. Definitely give those guys a follow. And also another shout out for these guys, Phil and Dom Kwok from EZA. They gave a major shout out to me and Brad Gomes for bringing the entire community together. I know I speak on behalf of all when I say the conference exceeded everyone's expectations by a country mile. Past 2 days are going to send ripples throughout the crypto community. They are great guys. And here's Brad Garlinghouse. This is another clip.
David Bailey, who is a well-known figure in the Bitcoin community, he and I were at the White House, 2 months ago, and he brought up to me something that I am personally very passionate about, which is the infighting in crypto. And you and I have talked about this privately. The infighting in crypto is just.
We heard that part. I wanted to get further.
He brought up this skull of Satoshi, which they had tried to buy unsuccessful for various reasons, and Ripple was able to buy it and donate it to them, and it's a gesture of like, we're all on the same team.
A, very cool. B, you are someone, again, same guy, on and off camera, which really is one reason why I respect you a lot. And I do think that to the extent to which there's a little bit less infighting, we're probably going to come up with a lot better solutions, and the industry can be a lot faster.
One thing I'll say that is real quickly to interrupt. I think one of the mistakes people make inside crypto is it's not about, I don't know exactly how many people in crypto worldwide. Let's say it's around 300 million-ish. If we want to grow the industry, it's not about the 300 million doing more. It's about getting 3 billion more people into crypto. And the infighting, honestly, it makes us all look stupid. It's like, I did a good look at it. It's like,
Part of that, we need to, everybody needs to push the Max Kaisers of the world aside. They're nothing but poison. It's not the core Bitcoin crowd that's the problem. It's these crazy lunatics. I just wanted to point out, Uphold gave away like $50,000 worth of XRP at XRP Las Vegas. They had a contest where you could wear their hats they were making there, and then you had to retweet or photo wearing the hat, 5 entries. Take one with the CEO, that's 10 entries. Now, this is important. I wanted to show you this because Linqto, they had the new Linqto CEO on stage there. There's 2 clips I want to show you, but first I want to kind of preface it. What you'll see, and what you need to understand is I've been in this over 7 years. There's a handful of XRP influencers and a handful of just people in the XRP community who have never liked me and Brad Combs. That's no secret. We don't ever talk bad about any of those people. We never name them by names, never have. But these people, whether it's through envy, jealousy, or just being poisonous people, or just they aren't happy themselves, that's probably at the core of it. These people have spent years trying to take us down, and they're always looking for the next angle they can take. And I can tell you an easy way to spot who they are. Go through and many of them are major XRP influencers. Go through their feed today and watch. What you'll see is they won't tweet anything about XRP. They claim to love the XRP community and all that. You won't see any retweets. You won't see any tweets about anything related to XRP Las Vegas, except for one thing. They think that they've got us. They think that this Linqto thing is the end of us or whatever. And so what they do is they highlight anything negative that they can. These are the same people that constantly slander and libel us, and they lie over and over and over about us. Well, right here, this is an exposure of their lies. Because Brad Combs and I, since we worked with Linqto, we haven't been able to come out and talk about this, so we kind of have to wait for like approved things from the people at Linqto. And so this is one of those where the Linqto CEO's on stage. But they lied about it. They called us rug pullers. They called us scammers. They called us all this stuff. And luckily we have John Deaton has been able to go out there and talk to these guys and do things. So we have to sit back and watch all these people lie about us, and it's intentional, make no mistake. These people lie like it's their job. And they go out there and they consistently try to blow up anything negative and downplay anything positive. But the truth is that your assets have always been safe. And even when we knew that, we weren't allowed to say it early on. But now they're saying it. So all the people, go back and look at their tweets. All the people that called us rug pullers and scammers and all this, they're liars. They're proven liars now. One of them even called for our banishment from the XRP community. And with no information, no nothing. These people are just nothing but poisonous liars. That's what they are. So here is the CEO. John Deaton's asking him the question. Here you go.
Debates. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now, let me ask you. I'm going to give you some advice, some free legal advice.
All right.
Okay.
That's good because I'm paying for all of it, and none of it's.
Now, John is expressing the same frustration behind the scenes that we've had. We can't say.
The lawyers out of your head.
Yeah, all right.
All right. No lawyer speak.
Okay.
Is Linqto or was it a Ponzi scheme or a rug pull or anything like that? You got that?
No. So, I think that's the number one question to answer, which should allow people to take a deep breath, which is Linqto should have done a lot of things better. Some things are a problem, some things are wrong, but one thing we can say with certainty.
We got a lawnmower outside.
It's not a rug pull. It's not a Ponzi scheme. I wish we could have said that sooner and clearer than a couple weeks ago when we could have that press release. We had to hire a third party. We had to have them go through this process. And they checked to make sure that when people put money in, that money actually went to and was associated in some way with actual holdings, shares, units, or other of the things that we all care about. Ripple, first and foremost, but SpaceX and Anthropic and everything else. It's all there.
All right. So
okay, so there you go. Brad Combs and I, by the way, there's nobody who's been more transparent and open about if we have a sponsor, we tell you it's a sponsor. If we're working with somebody, we tell you we're working with somebody. And if we say that we own tons of shares on the Linqto platform, we own tons of shares and we both do. Okay, we also own Linqto shares. Okay, so it sometimes, the old saying, a lie travels all the way around the world while the truth is still putting its pants on. Well, that's the story. And trust you me, if I was like these people who are they apparently can't do as well as we can on YouTube or in social media, and so they choose to attack us all the time. If I was like them, I could I could put out more information to show you the truth of who these people are than you can even imagine. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here to talk about XRP and things, and I don't view them as competition. I hope they do well with what they do, but not with slandering and libeling. But now, and I don't say stuff like that often, but every once in a while, you have to set the record straight with all these people's lies. And so that's what I'm doing. Okay, now here's another clip you need to hear.
The unaccredited investor, through no fault of their own, would otherwise still be stuck no matter what we did. And they could have everything they were promised. Liquidity, upside, and the chance to hold something that they couldn't otherwise get access to. And that's probably through a closed-end fund.
All right, now, Circle, I know I'm not the only one in this room that owns pre-IPO shares of Circle on the Linqto platform. We know they're going public very soon. What can we expect?
Yeah, and trying to, and we've got some other stuff in the pipeline.
And I want this answer to apply. I don't believe Ripple is going public this year, but hypothetically, in your answer,
you can ask the next guy.
I want you to assume, for people in this room, that hypothetically speaking, Ripple does file for an IPO by the end of this year. What can they expect?
Yeah, business as usual. As of right now, we're processing IPOs and business as usual. So you've done it before, right? So there's a lockup. We give you notice. You can track it while it happens. It takes anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks after the lockup expires. You get distributed shares if you want into your account, or we can do a cash out transaction. So as of right now, that's the exact plan. Now, maybe.
Okay. So there's that. And just by the way, Circle boosts IPO price and size after BlackRock interest. Upsizes shares offered 24 million to 32 million, price from $24 to 26, 27, 28, implies $6 billion at the top of the range. Now this Circle IPO, I own Circle shares too, but just to reiterate, Brad Combs and I, when we have a sponsor, we don't have anything to do with the behind the scene. We're not working at the company. We're not like behind the scenes with, making decisions and all that. That's not our place. It's with any advertiser. You do the proper due diligence, and you look for, a company that we don't work with any companies that we don't use the product or service, first of all. So that's kind of our position on that. But like I said, sometimes it takes a lot longer for the truth to get its pants on. But there's one pattern, if you've been listening to me for any period of time. The liars are always exposed for their lies over time. That's the way life works, because we're not doing anything but being straightforward about what we do and what we talk about. We're going to go in the group, DAIXRP.com is the Patreon. If you'd rather go to join through the YouTube, click the join button below any of my YouTube videos. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family, away we go.